Right now, most people watching us, they are taking some medication to their parents. Why? Because their parents didn't invest. And now we are waiting for us to grow old and our children will bring the medication. The same medication. And then we keep saying, oh, it runs in our family. No, it is us who need to now change the story. And then sexually. Ooh, you can mess up around that time. Why? The woman is now premenopausal or menopausal, and sometimes the libido is high and she thinks she wants a young boy. So they go for Ben 10s. Have you seen the older women going for the younger boys because they are feeling, I lost it. I've never had this orgasm that Carol talks about. Let me go and look for this boy who will give me. I'm going 40, maybe I already have my own money. So I'm wondering, I'm so lonely. The sex toys did not work.
Yes.
The relationships did not work. The career worked, but now it's not giving me.
I still feel alone.
I feel so alone. So this is when you make all the terrible sexual mistakes. Diseases do not come with age. No. Aging was not meant to be painful. Aging was not, it was meant to be gracious aging. I'm looking forward to my old age because I know I'm gonna slay. I'll be a this mama who is just, self-conscious and just working with my mamillion. See where, bring me that shopper. I'll be that mama, because that is how aging should come.
Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of LNN. My name is Lynn Ngugi, and as always, we get to meet for another conversation where we get to do 3 things that we are doing this year. We get to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And I want to start by welcoming new subscribers on the platform. Karibuni sana. I see a lot of people in South Africa are subscribing on our platform, and I hope that you get to like our content and continue sharing it across Africa. And today we have an amazing guest. She's not a stranger on the show. You guys have seen her a couple of times here on the platform, and today she's going to walk us through a very, very interesting conversation. And this one is mainly dedicated to people who are in your 30s, 40s, 50s onwards, and I will let you know what the conversation is about shortly. But before that, I want to start by saying thank you to our incredible partners of today's conversation. And guys, I told you yesterday we have a new partner on the show, and for me it's always a blessing when we get to have new partners on the platform. And this time we are talking about Golden Dreams Land and Properties Limited. And my guys, if you want to own a piece of land, and what I really loved about these people, because I've gone with them in their different properties. The other day we were in Malindi, I've been in Matu, and they have also properties in Makutano and Masinga. So those are the 4 M's: Makutano, Masinga, Matu, and which one am I leaving behind? Yes, Malindi. They do have great properties for you, and even the ones in Malindi you can get for as little as 130k. And if you are looking to own a piece of land in Makutano, you can be able to own one, and the figures are appearing on your screen right now. Guys, I have done my due diligence. I know land is quite a sensitive topic to all of you, so personally, LNN, we've done our due diligence, but I would also urge you to do your own due diligence. But you guys can check them out. They have great properties for you, for anyone considering owning a piece of property this year. And also our amazing partners at Kings Developers Limited. Shukran sana for the time that you have been with us on these episodes. And I love that you guys continue buying your apartments using Kings Developers Limited. And just to remind you, they have a great property vintage. So if you're looking into investing, Airbnb, whatever sort of investment you can do with an apartment, why don't you check them out? They cater to all your needs. They have upper ends, medium range, and also affordable housing. So guys, you can check them out. Their contact numbers are on the screen as well. And also to thank you once again for being active participants of our work. That is not something I take for granted. And also my team for always coming through. I have said you get to see me in front of the camera, but it takes a whole team to be able to put this work together. And now, of course, without further ado, please allow me to let Tata Murio introduce her. Hey bana, nisaidie introduce as I see kazi kwangi rahisi. This is not easy, man. This is not easy.
And you've done it well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sis.
Is it a happy new year? Yes, happy new year.
Yes, we are still feeling. We haven't met this year. I know we've spoken, but we haven't done a show together.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
You look amazing. Oh my God, compliments to your dress,
Thank
the
you.
body.
the body.
Oh my God. Si mugoje mumalize kucomplimentiwa. The body is doing what it's supposed to. I'm actually drinking ginger shots and kombucha.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to see results at the end of this show. My waist has to be snatched
After by the end of the show.
Yes.
Because of one cup.
Faith.
Amen.
Amen. But karibu sana.
Asante.
Really good to see you.
Good to see
Here
you too.
is doing what it's
Nyambura
supposed to do.
Ngugi.
Yes, Nyambura Ngugi.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful name.
know,
I was just
Nyambura
saying,
Nganga,
I want to
Nyambura
start using that on the platform.
it
Hi
sounds
guys,
cool.
my name is Nyambura Ngugi.
Well,
I know, right?
we know you.
But karibu sana.
Asante.
I know we know you.
Yes.
I know a lot of people that are watching this know you, but maybe for someone who is tuning in for the very first time,
Yes.
could you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Amazing.
Yes.
My name is Carol, your health coach, and some people call me Auntie of Sweetness or Tata wa Murio. And that means that I am passionate about talking about sexual and reproductive health.
Yeah.
I am a naturopathic health coach. I am a health enthusiast. I am an author, a mother, a friend, and just someone who just loves life and lives it to the fullest. I think I'm the residence health coach
At
LNN,
Yes.
and I'm always looking forward to come here. And so for you, the new subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is home. This is where we are. And for our subscribers and the ones who've given me so much love, may God bless you. Thank you so much.
I love when I hear that our work is impactful. I love even when the guests call me and they say, Lynn, not only did we impact the people, but I also got impacted as an individual. So that's not something I take for granted. But let's go straight into our conversation of the day. What are we talking about today?
Before we go to the, some scholars has something, before we go to the next, to what we are about to do here today, something for me.
Okay.
I want you to allow me to do this.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Lynn, these flowers are for you. And they're just, I know they are physical flowers, but I want you to know that you shine, you blossom. If you look at them, some of them are just about to, to blossom. Some of them are already blossomed. But flowers remind us to shine when we can, and that's what you've been doing. With a lot of brevity. Sometimes I watch your shows and I'm like, this girl, your flowers are showing out there, and that's why they are all colors. Because you are such a flower. We love you. International Women's Day is just the other day. We are still in the women's forum, the Women's Month. I celebrate you, I honor you, I love you. And maybe they are just flowers, but just know they are not just flowers, and they're for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are our flower, and we love you.
Oh, okay. I knew Scholar was up to something, man. She's just been like, but thank you so much.
Yes.
God. I really do appreciate this. I don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
I have a feeling today we are hosting again with our flowers on set.
Yes.
It's good.
And
it's
flowers
beautiful.
are not meant to last.
Yes.
So you just go, love them, water them, and then after a while, they'll go. They are there to remind you that shine when it's your time.
Thank you. I could give you a hug, but Muga will tell
I
me.
know, I do.
I
appreciate
you.
I appreciate it.
Honestly, thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
So
thank
now
you. And also happy International Women's Day to you. And to the women at LNN.
And women who support women, because you are one woman who supports women.
I try.
I would love to tell our viewers that you are one strange person. Very strange.
I know.
Sometimes I'm begging you to give you things, to give you my products, you are refusing. I'm begging you to even like pay or something, you are refusing because you're supporting. And you've grown me as a person and my team, and we love you. And they sent a lot of love. God bless you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Somewhere.
No. 2025 is our year of receiving. It's our year of doing away with imposter syndrome. It's our year of acknowledging. I received this with the greatest form of courage and bravery, and knowing that I deserve this as well. I'm not going to play small or act, but I know I'm deserving of this and other good things that are coming my way.
Oh my goodness.
Mic drop.
That's a good
show.
One.
Yes.
Because you've actually started with the imposter syndrome. And today's show, we'll talk about someone who is in their 30s, who is watching us and wondering, how do I maneuver these 30s?
Yes.
And if you allow me, in line with what has been happening the last 1 week, we are accelerating action in the theme for the International Women's Day.
Yes.
But for me, I have been accelerating action towards holistic health.
Good.
So now today we'll talk about holistic. What actions do we take? How do we live a holistic life in our 30s, in our 40s, in our 50s? If you allow me, I'm just about to get to 40. I have my plan. So I'll get personal. I'll tell you what I've been doing in my 30s, and then I'll share with you what I'm planning to do in my 40s and 50s. And then we can now pick lessons from there. Am I like the perfect of all? No. I'm just going to share, like I love being real. I'll share the real facts, and someone can pick up those points, and then you can choose what to do. And so if you allow me, I actually came with my medical report. For the first time, I want to show you. I know that Munga will not come. These are my medical reports, and they are dated. They are dated. They were dated on 4th of October 2024.
Yeah.
It is a whole report where I did head to toe, to CT scan, PET scan, anything, everything, and I was given a clean bill of health. So as evidence to tell you that when I'm talking about a healthy 30-year-old, it's possible. Because nothing, even my doctor was like, what is wrong with you? How can you be this healthy? Because one of the biggest monsters I have been facing in my 30s is the imposter syndrome. And it had really affected me to a point of even thinking I have diseases that I don't have. So I had to even go and look for help because I needed to confirm. And also, as I say goodbye to my 30s, that is also the reason why I took 2 weeks to write a book.
It's beautiful.
2 weeks to write a book about the imposter syndrome. That's why I'm like, oh my God, Lynn, you are so in line with what I'm just about to share.
Yeah.
And so we will look at the food, the feeding. We look at the mental health, the emotional health.
Yes.
Our 30s, most men and women are busy trying to make it.
Man, it's because it's hard.
I think it's one of the hardest of trying to make it. Trying to pick up from the 20s when you are not sure what you want, and then between like running because time is running out because 40 is coming, and now 30 if you don't take care of your body, and you rarely remember yourself at 30s. You are thinking about the money, about the empires you're building. You rarely think about your body until when you're sick.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when you go to hospitals, you'll find 30s on those cues. Why? Because a small thing will keep having triggers. Our immune system is the one that is meant to protect us. And when it is overwhelmed, when we have the energy, 30, I think 30 is an area, a gray area, because you feel energetic.
Yeah.
So you can do anything. You can drink all night. You can jump all night. You can still work extra. But then you still get fatigued at some point.
Yes.
Most of our viewers will tell you that at some point, even I included, we've had the fatigue. That moment you're like, I am done. The body says, I'm done. You don't sleep well, you don't eat well, you don't take care of yourself. Let's begin with all the energy that we need. Where do we get the energy from? What foods do we eat to get the energy from? Because for 30s, we need the mind energy and the body energy. At the same time, around that time is when we are giving birth. Now, for me, I started my 30s with menopause because I went through menopause at 27.
Yeah.
So maybe there's another woman who's watching us and saying, okay, fine, maybe I'm not in that category, but I am that woman who had a hysterectomy at my late 20s. So what do I do? What I've learned in my 30s is the energy that you need. You need to remember, in my mother tongue again, there is a saying that okoro oriaga nini. Help me translate that.
Okoro oriaga
Nini.
So if you are old,
yes, whatever you invested when you are young,
yes,
is what you will feed on when you are old.
Good.
And so it is very important for 30s to have a wake-up call, because for me, I had to do a serious wake-up call. And I've worked with you the last 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm watching you get so many wake-up calls. And it's a moment, it's so encouraging to see someone wake up. Because this is the time you remember, whatever I'm eating will really matter, will really...
In my 50s.
In my, not maybe even 40s.
Yeah.
By the time you're 40s, your body will already have started telling you, boss, you messed up and this is when to pay. When you're 30, when you're stressed, a man will want to smoke very fast because you're relieving the stress. A man will want to drink something. A man will want to do this and that. Then at the same time, there are some dangers. We go to the gym and we overdo it. Still at 30s, sometimes we overdo it. Then at 40, the bones are already having those, because remember at 40s, which we'll look at, most people complain of either bone or muscle density, and there are actually conditions for that. So in your 30, you feel energetic, you feel good, you feel all amazing. But how can you make it better?
Yes.
Energy. We get our energy from the whole foods. I know most of us are getting our energy from junk food. What is the danger of the junk food? Again, we said that the junk food is over-processed, filled with preservatives, additives. What will they do in future? They will accumulate, and then in the next 5 to 10 years, your body will be throwing tantrums because it has synthetic estrogen, it has the pesticides, it has the herbicides. It will be so confused that the immune system will not be able to know. What is the danger of that? At the age of now, when the perimenopause comes and the menopause comes, the woman will start having excess, hot flashes, excess, back pains, excess, insomnia, excess, all these things. What will happen with men? Their sexual energy will decline because they will be like the chemicals are too many in the body that the function will not be happening. You also need I think the best time to prevent dementia is when you're in your 30s. I know most people run to dementia when they are 50, 60, 60. But what you feed your brain at 30, all this energy you have of writing books, of doing business, you are running, you are going to Malindi again the next time. I'm not pointing fingers.
I know. You can use me.
Busy. The brain is also needing food. The same your body is needing food. So you need the brain food.
Yes.
So the first thing is the energy. The food that we can eat, the best investment you can do with yourself is whole meal foods. Whole meal foods are like what? The whole grains, the nuts, the granola, sweet potatoes, arrowroots, the whole meals. Why am I insisting on the whole? Because the refined ones, again, they are over-refined. They are simple sugars. They'll go into your body and the process will be too fast. In future, you will come and tell me you have diabetes. In future, you will come and tell me that the weight is it's unmanageable and all these things. That's why I'm saying the whole meal. The whole meal will also help you with the fiber. You need digestion. You need to manage this weight. You need to manage the metabolism. So the whole meal is very, very important. Number 2, now the brain food, which is very important. And most of us don't remember the brain food.
Like, honestly, I'm going to say it. This is the first time I'm hearing something
brain
like
food.
Brain what?
Yeah, brain food. The brain food.
Chakula ya akili.
Yeah, akili nakula pia. The food. First, the one simple brain food is water. Plain water.
Okay.
Second one is omega. The omega amino acids. Omega 3, 6, and 9. We have chia seeds, we have flax seeds, we have fish oils, we have black seed oil. I hope someone can come with a paper so that when I mention something, you write and then I'll tell you where to get them. So you can invest in chia seeds, flax seeds, black seeds, fish oils. You can invest in, what else do we have in omega? Can't remember, but the second food for brain food is the omega fatty acids. Number 3, your brain needs a lot of rest. It needs sleep. Rarely do we remember to sleep. And there's a difference between quality sleeping and quantity sleeping. Most of us do quantity sleeping and not quality sleeping. So in my 30s, I invest in my sleep heavily. I have a bedding spray. I have my bedroom is...
No, yeah, I know.
You know the bedding spray, the one that we sprayed on set and Munga was sleeping.
Yes.
My bedroom, I'm very conscious. In my 30s, I chose to make my bedroom conscious. So my bedroom is colors that will ignite good sleep. Also ignite peaceful sleep. So my bedroom is white. I love white.
Yes.
Clean white. Then I have different lighting for my bedroom. It's very important to invest. You cannot be working so hard and you're not even investing in yourself.
Especially
your linen looks how.
Especially your bedroom.
Yani do the lighting. Yani feel like you're in a 5-star every
put
evening.
Some soft music to speaker somewhere.
Yeah. Do some flowers in your bedroom and just love what that bedroom is. So for me, I have chosen to invest in sleep because I also noticed because we are busy working, we rarely sleep. And when you go to bed, you have your phone, you have your laptop,
Yes.
you have maybe TV, you are watching news, and then you're thinking, oh my God, tomorrow shows, da, 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 da. You are busy thinking. So I have consciously chosen to sleep well so that I can remember the things. That is how I feed my brain. If you've ever even walked into a seminar I do seminars, I can speak for 6 hours without checking anywhere because my brain is alert and awake. Number three, how I feed my brain, quieting my mind, quieting the whole nonsense out there. I have my time every day to quiet everything and everyone and listen to myself and listen to my soul and just breathe. Because our minds are being intoxicated by what we are watching, what we are hearing, what we are saying, and what we are even thinking. So I'm very cautious about what I feed my mind with my eyes and with my ears. I'm very careful. That is how I cannot, in my 30s, I chose negative hookah. I no longer live anywhere near the negative. Why? Because my brain needs the positive. So even what I read and what I see is positive. So I drink water. I'll eat food that is rich in omega. I will also reduce on sugar. Sugar feeds on your brain. Sugar feeds on your brain. Those people who've done a lot of research, Dr. Lisa Mosconi, a brain surgeon, has done a whole set of books and talked about how sugar feeds and makes you have Alzheimer's and dementia in future. How sugar will bring many other mental health issues. And so the brain slows down. There's an animation that I have put on my Instagram of how when the sugar walks into your body, how it makes the brain just drowsy like this. And that is why the risk where we need to move away from too much sugar. And especially processed sugars in our 30s to save our 50s, to save our 60s. So then sleep is also very important. And then also the status that you're in, your emotional, your spiritual, what is in your brain. So that's the brain food. Then the third one, we have talked about the energy that we need, physical energy. Of course, we need a lot of proteins. We need proteins, healthy proteins, because our muscles are also doing the thing. Our muscles, we need to move. We need to now have physical activity. We become too dormant. We become obese. We have diabetes, we have cardiovascular issues. We eat too much animal proteins that is not well done, we'll get the bad cholesterol, we'll have the cardiovascular issues and all these problems. So I've chosen to also invest in physical activity. So this is where now you have to really physically move because the brain sometimes lies to you that you're tired because it was working. So it lies to the body, you're too tired, go and sleep. It says, oh, you're too tired, go and just lie on the couch. Sometimes when you're too tired, just go and do a skipping rope or do something I've been doing lately. Oh my God, I think I'm just special. Lately, when I get out of the bathroom, I jump like 200 times.
When you get out of the bathroom?
Yes. After shower.
After shower?
Yes.
Then you go back to
I'm
shower
finding
again.
it so interesting, yes.
Oh, nice.
And I'll watch myself as I jump and I'll just be happy jumping, and then you just go and rinse and then you leave the shower. You should try that one. It's such a relieving moment. It's so beautiful. So you can also choose to do that.
So you're doing like skipping rope, or you're just
No,
there?
I'm just jumping and just, like...
Okay,
just,
you're special.
I know, I don't know where I got that one from, but it's giving me a lot of me moment.
Yes.
It's giving me a lot of me moment, and I'm free, I'm able to see myself, and I'm able to also exercise. So physical activity is very important. However, I've noticed most of the people who are coming to my office in around 40s with joint pains, they overdid it when they were in 30s. Kindly, when you go to the gym, wear the right shoe, please, because the shoes are causing us problems. When you're in the office, wear the right shoes. We were in another seminar somewhere when someone was teaching us the kind of shoes we are wearing, and we realized we are all sick. We are all terribly sick because the kind of shoes we are wearing are not meant for our feet. Kindly, posture. This is when you remember the posture. Remember when you're 50, if at 30, this is how you did, At 50, it will be like this. At 60, you will be. So posture, always remember your posture so that you can save yourself. When you're doing the exercises, remember there's something we call tear and wear. So when you're doing those joints, the your fluid needs to be replaced. You need healthy oils. You need collagen. You need calcium. We get calcium from avocado seeds. We have avocado seed powder. We have moringa. We have, what else has calcium? Cassava leaves. We have dandelion has also calcium, very good, rich in calcium. And so calcium should be an investment. And why? Because your bones also are doing the tear and wear. And for a woman, when they are giving birth, they will be donating calcium to the children. So the teeth will have problems, the nails will start chipping, the hair will start falling, all these problems. Now, I've also realized, especially the corporates, you wake up in the morning, you drive to the office, you take the lift up the stairs, you work the whole day indoors, and then you leave in the evening, you drive to the gym, then after the gym, you eat some yam chom, and then you go home.
Yes, because life is that easy.
Life is that easy. And that explains why there are so many Africans being diagnosed with low or deficiency vitamin D, yet we have sunlight. You are in a corner office, there's no light, there's no sunlight, so you never interact with sunlight. And when you do, you are either drinking some alcohol somewhere. So it is coming in, but then still being taken out somewhere. So it's also very important, and it's very important to be aware that you need some sunlight. You need some grass. There is someone, I bet, maybe who could be living in some areas that I'll not talk about in Nairobi, who have not seen grass the last 1 week. When was the last time someone saw grass? Grass is like, because we have cable blocks, we have tiles all over. We no longer see soil. We no longer see grass.
Hata miti yote na grass wamekata, wameuza the apartments now.
Imagine.
We don't even
Can
have,
you imagine
like, parks. Our trees are going. Our grass is going.
Imagine.
It's construction after construction after construction.
How sad. How sad that there are some children who don't see grass, who don't see soil. They only see simiti, which is very sad. Because remember, all this food we are talking about comes from the soil. So if we don't have contact with soil, even for Christians, they say we are made from mud. So this is soil. So then if we don't contact with soil, what are we doing? We stopped grounding. We stopped getting into contact with the soil. So we stopped hearing what Mother Earth is saying. We stopped feeling. Then we took chemicals and we put on the soil that we are supposed to feed on. And so the queues in hospitals will never stop. We will never stop going to hospitals. So it's very important. Also at 30, this is when now you can look consciously for spaces and ways to ground, to connect with nature, because nature heals. Mental health issues are so high in 30s. The women are trying to conceive. Infertility is on another level. They are really confused. They don't know what to do. They go to this one, they are told this. Then the men are having low sex drive. Do you know how heartbreaking it is when I'm treating a 32-year-old man with erectile dysfunction? It's so heartbreaking. And when you listen to him, you realize he has so much burdens on his shoulders that are making him not be able to have sexual function. 2, he's eating all the wrong foods. All the fast foods and the simple foods being sold in the supermarkets. The ones that the foods that are made in 5 to 10 minutes. That's not food. That's a product. That's a product you are eating. You don't want to cook. I find it so sad when I see people who go and buy even... At a point these days, they even get waru potatoes peeled and carrots put there. And so what business, what are you doing? If you can't have time to cook for yourself so that you can go and build a house that is so big that you will be sick not to live in it, what are we doing? Our priorities. There's a show I was watching on your platform the other day. I can't remember who was talking about it, how we are up and down investing in the wrong, we are not prioritizing what should be prioritized. And yet we are seeing the status quo. We want everyone to match with that status quo. I think at 30 is when now we need to really, 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 really style up on that. Prioritize time with your family, prioritize time with people who love you. Be okay to say no. Be very, very okay to say no.
Please. Because no is also an answer.
It is an
Man,
answer.
and the joy that comes with you learning to say no, especially if you've been a yes person for so long.
Yes, exactly. So let's do this. Then also, 30s is also when we self-medicate ourselves. We will pay the consequences later because those self-medications are not the best. Oh, I'm feeling sijui, I'm feeling I'm feeling sijui nini. So you already know the chemist and you'll go. You will ask, some people even know the name of the drugs. May I take this? May I take this? At 30 is also when we are busy making up and looking glamorous. This is when we chemicate our hairs, we chemicate our everything. Everything about us is chemicals. Everything from hair to toe is chemicals. The lotions we are applying, the deodorants we are applying, everything is just chemicated. So everything we are eating and everything we are applying is chemicated.
Whatever is coming in contact with our skin,
everything.
chemicated. Whatever we are eating, chemicated.
This is also when we are young. So the radio energy is all over. We have cameras, we have phones, we have radios, we have TVs, everything. At 30 is when a generation can choose to either rise and make a better place for this world, or they can just finish it up. And so instead of this self-medication, why do we self-medicate? Because our immune system is low. So when the immune system is low, all the opportunistic diseases will keep coming. So what do? We invest in the natural antibiotics, antiviral, anti-what. This is what you are taking is one of them. It has ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper. It has kombucha. So.
And it's not easy, guys.
It is not easy, but we want sweet. But we have just said that the brain will be messed up by sweetness.
By sugar.
So let us invest in the garlic. These are things you have in your house.
Sorry, dear, I cut you short. What's here?
That's ginger, raw ginger, raw and organic ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper. Some people do black pepper, but I've not done black pepper. And what else? Is kombucha.
Yes.
And CMOS. Yes, so that is what I take for my anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
So because your body is so busy, sometimes it gets high inflammation because the immune system is busy running up and down. Inflammation is affecting the gut. You remember we had a show on the gut. That explains why some people have a lot of gut issues, gut problems, because our food is messed up. We are stressed. We are not sleeping well. Inflammation is high. So what can you do in your house? That thing that you have in your house, start and invest in things that are very natural. Garlic, turmeric, lemon, ginger, black pepper, cayenne pepper. No one should lack cayenne pepper in their homes. These things that are very natural, that even your doctor will tell you they are okay to take. Instead of waiting until when you fall sick, then you start taking them. People wait for homa. I don't know. I've never understood why we wait. And it doesn't mean because I take this, I don't. You see, I had a cold because, it was happening. But it does not last more than 2 days. However, we wait until when the homa comes, or when the tonsils come, or when I don't know what comes, and for you to start doing it. Remember, before COVID, we were just busy. When COVID came, all of us were doing lemon water, ginger, and turmeric. Then COVID disappeared.
You missed the tissue, Joe.
Oh, yeah. And buying tissues, yes, please. So after COVID, what did we do?
Tissues.
We forgot after tissues and all this. Then we forgot. We forgot the sanitation we were keeping. We assumed now we are a healthy nation, and we were like, yay, we are. So now we are waiting for the next COVID for us to be able. I'm not saying it's coming, but we are waiting for the next disease for us to be able to come up with something. What am I saying? At 30s, you need to be conscious, because you might not fall sick as many times. But you need to remember that if you don't do something in the next 10 years, you will be going to hospital every now and then. And I want to give you a very simple scenario. Right now, most people watching us, they are taking some medication to their parents. Why? Because their parents didn't invest. And now we are waiting for us to grow old and our children will bring the medication. The same medication. And then we keep saying, oh, it runs in our family. No. It is us who need to now change the story and now start investing. I don't expect that I should be living carelessly and then in the future I'll say, oh, it comes with age. I'm sure you've read of people who are in their 70s and they're not sick.
No,
they've chosen.
They're actually good.
They are very good because diseases do not come with age. No, aging was not meant to be painful. Aging was not, it was meant to be gracious aging.
I love that.
I'm looking forward to my old age because I know I'm gonna slay. I'll be at this kamama who is just, self-conscious and just working with my million. See where, hello. We need, hello. Bring me that shopper.
Yeah.
I'll be that mama. Because that is how aging should come.
Yes.
And we need to stop blaming aging to bring diseases. No. We blame aging and say, no, people, as you age, you'll get sick. No, it's not a must. So why I've taken so much time on 30s is also because we need to be very careful. At 30s, now let me talk to the women. Those who are trying to conceive, those who with endometriosis, those with fibroids, those with all these issues caused by hormonal imbalance, which was caused by how we are living. I'm going back. So the fibroids, the endometriosis, all these things, they were not meant to come at 30s. No, it is just that it was caused by hormonal imbalance. What caused hormonal imbalance? Either our mental state, our emotional state, our spiritual state, or our diet. Then what caused it? Our refusal to face the trauma. And everything goes back. So whatever you are living in your 30s is what you did when it's the childhood trauma haunting you. It is a teenagehood trauma haunting you, and you don't want to face it. I see our life coach here. She's what's her name? The one you keep posting, that she has beautiful content saying, please sit down with your trauma, please, because if you don't, it will come back biting. And then at 30 is when you are raising children. Yes, Maureen.
We haven't had Maureen. Hi, Maureen. Yes. And you really love me.
I love, because she says the truth. Because at 30, now you are being a mother. So you are raising a broken version of you if you don't heal it. So what are we doing?
Yes.
And then diseases will come and live in us. And then we will say, oh, it is just in the family. No, 30s is when to face. I chose to heal my daddy issues from the age of 32 to 35. One of the things I've shared like intensively on my book is how the daddy issues had affected me and my relationships. How I had become hyper-independent. How I was this woman who is a man. I had to apologize to my daughter because I was a father and never a mother. I was just my masculine element. And when I healed that, that's why you're seeing this glory.
It's beautiful.
Because I'm in my feminine energy. Does it mean that I'm no longer in my masculine? No. I now have a balance.
Can we have that as a show on its own?
Yes, because
we really need to have a show. AJ, can you note that down, please?
Yes.
Like, can we have that?
Yes, how to balance
how
it.
to balance
And,
your, how to exist in your feminine energy. I love that.
And unapologetically so. And also the consequences of being in the masculine element. I was having a conversation with women on International Women's Day. I was telling them how even diseases that some women are carrying, and anyone who've come to my office and we've done an analysis, the 1 hour session, they'll tell you, sometimes I don't give them medication. I've had several girls who've come with PCOS, and the first, second, and third session, I don't give you anything. We analyze the masculinity and femininity. There's one beautiful soul who we work together. By the third session, she came looking like a girl, and I was like, you are a girl. And then guess what? The PCOS had disappeared because she was now she had stopped fighting the girl in her. And I remember the first session I did with her, and I told her, I want you to just go and change the hairstyle. I want you to have a dress. She's like, I don't even own a dress. I'm like, okay. Then I want you, when you're going to the office, wear heels. And she's like, people will give me attention. And then she comes, tells me after like the third session, she told me, imagine even in the office, men are noticing me. Imagine people are helping me. Imagine the world now is seeing me. And yet I was invisible. Anyway, that is not the thing. The thing is that in your 30s, if you don't heal those masculine and feminine and childhood traumas, that is how in your 40s as a woman, you will be a very angry menopausal woman. You will be a woman you will just be miserable. A man who has not healed in their 30s, they'll become fathers who are just angry and bitter. Their midlife crisis will be messed up. They'll go sleeping around with girls trying to boost their ego because it was messed up. So the food that you not so when I say food, I don't mean just this food.
Yes.
I mean the amount of peace, the amount of joy, the amount of healing. I think there's too much work to do in our 30s that will now come into this. And I think that is why someone said life begins at 40.
Yes.
Maybe that is why. Because like for me, I'm feeling like I'm just a newborn. Hey, me, I'm just feeling so good. Everything is just so aligned to a point you go to God and like, Yani, I just came and there is no problem. Like, I have no problem.
And it's this peaceful.
It's peaceful. Then you look beautiful, you look sexy, you feel good, you're looking forward to living.
You're owning it.
Yes, you live it. And so that's how you are unapologetic and even saying, I will accept. I'm in the era of accepting. Because before then, you are like, Kai, oi, sasa nikichukua, oi, maybe, you know, that thing.
Yes.
But 30, whatever you invest. So women who have all these issues, reproductive health issues, then they are busy taking all sorts of medication, all sorts of, I don't know what. It comes biting years later. Women who are in the reproductive age, this is when they are using the family planning and all these family planning methods. And I love you, Lynn, and you've brought them all this information. We've had there's a show that was done here by a doctor, and he was talking about the family planning. People don't want to hear.
Dr. Home.
They don't want to hear. Then after a few years, you come back with cardiovascular issues, hypertension, diabetes, I don't know what. So what we invest in 30s, please remember, is what you will feed on in 50s. So a lot of work is the one that is done. Now someone is watching and asking, I'm already in my 50s.
What do
I already messed up.
Sawa,
so
my joints are aching, my
are
back is aching,
good.
Carol, I can't sleep.
So now
what do I do?
And also, quite a number of women who come to my office, they applied things on their face. Now they look like they have patches, so they have to keep covering. They are telling me, when I was young, I made this mistake because I did the mikorogo and I really messed me up. So now let's go to now this woman or this man who has already now moved, who maybe they're in their 40s, they didn't accept. First of all, if you're in your 40s and 50s, you've not healed your childhood traumas, please, you have to go back. Talk to Maureen or whoever can help you.
Yes.
You have to. 2, find your soul purpose. There's another show that you did the other day with, I can't remember her name. You see, I watch all your shows.
Nangami.
Nangami. That one was just so
at this point.
I was watching like, yes,
Nangami. Yes, Nangami will talk like 20 words per second.
I even went to her TikTok now.
And you followed her? Yes. Beautiful woman right there.
So we are not talking about your soul purpose.
Good.
We are not talking about how, like when you fall, how do you pick it up? Because some of us are stuck in that fall. If you're on 40 and 50 and you don't have your soul purpose, my dear, you will struggle. Men and women come to my office, they have all the money, they have all these things, they're telling me, I don't know, I'm just feeling like this. I don't know what I want in this life. It's just because you're not living in line with your soul purpose. When you're not in your soul purpose, you do a lot of back and forth. You will think money will give you happiness. You'll think traveling will help you. Have you ever seen people who, a generation, I'm finding a very sad generation on social media, who'll travel, who'll do all these things, but they're doing it for the show. They genuinely do not. Like Mimi, I'll tell you, I go for vacations by myself and I am happy and I'm easy because I'm enjoying my own company. If I go with Lynn, I'm having fun. If I have no problem with people taking photos. You take your photos. Yeah. But again, there are some photos you see and you see how empty they are. You see their eyes and you're like, I really empathize with you. Yeah. So 40 and 50. Now 40 is now settling. You are up and down running. First of all, most people are regretting, oh my God, I had said I'll build a house by this time. I had not. So 40, if you don't take care of yourself, mental health really slaps you. Because you feel, and it's also like in the midlife crisis, it's the borderline. Like, guy, I've not achieved this. Guy, I'm supposed to do this. I was supposed to do this. I have not done this. This is when women now approaching 40, they come to me running. I want children. I was late. My biological clock is late. The men who are in that life, they're like, wow, the sexual energy is going down. They're like, what is happening? I need to settle. So 40, if you don't take care of yourself, the first thing that will eat you is the mental health. And so you need to be very cautious and accept whatever you can't change. This is when you say, make the prayer of the serenity prayer and say, God, help me accept whatever I cannot change. Yes. Because at that time, even if anything happened. You can't go back. Number 2, 40s is when you start recounting all your mistakes, all the downfalls, all unakumbuka. And they are magnified in front of your eyes.
In front of your eyes.
All the failed relationships.
All of them,
Most
honey.
marriages will break at that time.
Yes.
That is when you're feeling, oh my God. And every day, if you go to bed with that mentality, you'll not sleep. You'll never find sleep. So this is when you detach from the mistakes that you've done in the past. You forgive yourself, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and then you help your mind say, whatever. This is also when you see most men and women struggle with their spirituality. You've also had another session here with this girl that I follow on TikTok about spirituality, and it was deep. Spirituality is when now you're thinking, I am halfway with my life. I'm about to die. Will I go to heaven or will I go to hell?
That's your maker forever.
And so this is when most people get into even cults and these beliefs.
Yes.
You are willing to stoop as low as you can to find God
In a man.
instead of finding God who is within you. He's already within you. So spirituality can be really messed up at around that time. And then sexually, you can mess up around that time. Why? The woman is now premenopausal or menopausal, and sometimes the libido is high, and she thinks she wants a young boy, so they go for Ben 10s. Have you seen the older women going for the younger boys because they are feeling, I lost it. I've never had this orgasm that Carol talks about. Let me go and look for this boy who will give me. Number 2, I'm going 40. Maybe I already have my own money. So I'm wondering, I'm so lonely. The sex toys did not work.
Yes.
The relationships did not work. The career did not. It worked. The career worked, but now it's not giving me.
I still feel alone.
I feel so alone. So this is when you make all the terrible sexual mistakes. Some people also drink a lot because they're feeling so frustrated. All these foods that I've talked about are not physical foods. They are the primary foods, the internal foods, the foods that you have to really be very aware about.
Yeah.
Now, if a woman is premenopause or perimenopausal, depression could be a part of the symptoms of menopause. Now imagine if all this is happening, then depression hits you. So it's very important. The first food for a 40-year-old is mentally, then emotionally, then spiritually, and then we go to the physical.
Carol, thank you. Yes, moving on.
Yes,
Beautiful.
so and this is when you embrace yourself, you accept yourself, and I feel sad when I see people blaming the physical food when it is the internal food, the primary food. It's the emotions, it's the spiritual, it's the soul that is not at peace.
The thoughts.
So you have already built a home. You have a chef who is cooking for you. There's a lady who gave me a schedule of her week. I was like, how much time do you have
for you?
She makes the chef cook, I don't know, God knows what, but she's the most miserable woman I've ever met. And I'm like, so then why don't you invest in your emotions the same way you're investing in your physical? Because your emotions is the one that is messed up. Why don't we invest in our spiritual and all these things? So around that time, women now, they are calling, oh, Carol, I am having hot flashes. Oh, I'm not sleeping well. This is when magnesium comes into play. I love. You see, cocoa is, you see cocoa powder over there. The day we will get to know the value of that cocoa powder, the original cocoa powder, women, we will take a tablespoon every day. That is one thing that has really kept me going. The day we learn about the magic of avocado fruit, what does magnesium do? It helps you relax. Because at 40 now we need to relax. Because at 40, if you're not relaxed, hypertension will come and find you. You will be very like this. 40 is when we need to relax. So this is when you do a lot of Epsom foot bath. This is when you do a lot of a cocoa powder. You do the magnesium in the avocado. I know most people go for the tablets. I have no problem with tablets, but as Carol, I don't take the tablets. I eat the food as it is. This is when all those bathtubs. Do you know, Lynn? And it slaps me every time I think about it. When we are in our 30s, we build homes and we make beautiful bathtubs. When we are in our 40s, we bemoan the bathtubs and we throw them away. And I'm telling you, clients come to my office and I ask them and they tell me, I just removed my bathtub. It has no use in my house. So when you're in your 30, you were making it.
And
you didn't know
even
the
use-
value, yes. And now you're in your 40, until now you can't use it. This is when you need it. Soak your body. Do the body bath. Those bathtubs, please, if they are not just for shower gels and water, take chamomile, put in that water. Take some olive oil, put in that water. Bathe. Go and read about the Egyptian kings and queens. They were washed with herbs. Bathe with senna. Bathe with green tea. Bathe with purple tea. So it is not just about eating them. Purple tea, green tea, hibiscus tea, you can bathe with them because your skin knows how to draw the nutrients. So both of those bathtubs from today, I want them to start working.
Good.
I want them to just, people, let's take time, 30 minutes, soak yourself in a bathtub. Put some Epsom salt, put bicarbonate of soda, put any herb rosemary. Rosemary helps the muscles, those people with muscle pulls and muscle spasms. Rosemary water helps. Even if you don't have a bathtub, make sure you get hot water, infuse some rosemary and some bit of chamomile, then put in a bath towel and just massage yourself on the muscle. Those muscle pulls and those muscle aches will just disappear.
Good.
The same way, if you don't have a bathtub, you have shower. Maybe for shower you might not be able to do much, but our bathing water should change. Our bathing water should not be just normal raw water. If you have the ability, add some herbs to your bathing water. Just rinse yourself with a bucket full of rosemary water. Rose water. You take the rose petals, as long as they're organic, you put in hot water, you can now bathe with that water. Stop. Like, we have all these things outside our compound, just there, and then we are busy looking for them. So because at 40 now we need to relax.
Yeah.
Menopause is coming. Vitamin D is low for women, most women. Go to the sunlight. Eat the boiled egg for the estrogen. Drink some green tea. Drink some hibiscus tea for the menopausal woman. Why? Because we need to up the estrogen. The ginger, garlic, turmeric, they are the ones that they are antibiotics, anti-inflammatory, because inflammation is high. Women in their 40s and men in your 40s, they will tell you metabolism is messed up. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's high. Weight gain is confusing. The gut answer is kombucha. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, tepache, kefri. All these fermented foods should be your best friend. Then these gut issues, we will stop treating them with other things. Drinking water, simple. Drinking water. Kunywa maji, mami. Kunywa maji, baba. Men, at that time is when the prostate gland starts to enlarge slowly. And so for some people, they will get the BPH, the swollen prostate gland that is not cancerous. And for some, unfortunately, it becomes cancerous. How do we prevent that? In our 30s, we prevented by what? Reducing the alcohol, reducing the smoking. We started taking Prunus africana. We started taking ashwagandha. That is when we will preserve the prostate gland from swelling. And if it starts swelling, we already have the prostate package. Prostate package comes from, I make it from Prunus africana, ashwagandha, white ginger. These are plants. So men are waiting until the day they are urinating blood, or they don't know how to urinate, is when they come to me. Please, men, please stop coming to me when it's too late. Instead, these young men, like these ones, now they should be taking ashwagandha, Prunus africana. And they are not taking it because of sexual libido, because there is a misconception that men take Prunus, mukombero, for sex. No, it is for your prostate gland.
Psych.
It's not necessary. Well, it will help with the psych, but it should not just sit and wait that you will eat peanuts just when you are going to have sex. Cashew nuts, zinc. Zinc is very crucial for men. So they need zinc. They need pumpkin seeds. They need almonds. They need cashew nuts. They need the nuts. So they need to eat before they get sick.
Yeah.
See, when you are sick now is when you're coming to run to look for these things, okay? The men also really suffer from bone and muscle density. Osteopenia, it has a name. There's osteo and sarco. The muscles start, what do you call it? Like the density starts going down. So most men eventually will tell you,
The
I
low
don't know,
muscle
I'm
density.
feeling, yeah. And then the muscles and the bones, then they'll start having these aches. This is when now they're eating yam chom, lots of it. Then uric acid is too much. Then the uric acid hides in the joints. Then they come to me, Caro, I have gout, I'm in pain. And it's that kanyam chom, that kapombe that you're taking.
And that's
Then you're
causing-
not drinking water, so you're not peeing. So then you're not exercising, so you're not sweating. What are we doing? So am I saying yam chom is bad? No, if you feel like eating, you eat, but drink water, make sure you do exercises, and you eat, you eat. You don't eat from Monday to Monday. So just be conscious. Around 40, most men go through midlife crisis around that time. And the sexual energy is going down, so they go looking for younger girls to satisfy them,
and raise the ego.
Yes, and raise the ego. And it's, by the way, it doesn't raise. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Those side chicks, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You will think you are important at that moment. You will turn her and toss her the way you want because she's your toy. But then after that, you are done. You feel empty. You go back home, you are frustrated, and you don't know what to do with your life. Then when you are now, andropause is coming at 50, 60, 70, now your adrenaline is going down, your testosterone is going down, you remember all your mistakes, and now you're feeling guilty. Hey, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So now the old men are just mentally sick. The old men are just angry because they're thinking, well, I messed up. I really messed up. That's my daughter's age. But then does it, I don't know, maybe I'll ask men someday. They need to tell us. Is it, do they ever feel guilty? Those men who go and keep girls who are either their grandchildren or their daughter's age as side chicks, do they ever feel guilty? Do they ever look at that girl and say, oh my God, this is my daughter, or this is my, I don't know.
Yeah.
So 40 is more of replenishing. So at 40, we are more of refilling. The cup is almost half empty or empty,
Yes.
so we need to refill. You need to focus on the minerals that you are, now we are talking about the physical food. The physical food. For men, they need a lot and good, not a lot at excess, but good amount of zinc. They need protein to help the muscles.
Yeah.
They need the whole meal. Of course, we can't do without it because we need the energy. The men can always a man take something fermented for your gut. What we are taking, kombucha, tepache, I've mentioned the probiotics, so
Yes.
you can read, you can see there. Men need the prunus africana, ashwagandha, cocoa powder also really helps. And then remember, this is when the immune system is starting to go down. So this is when the herbal teas come, and that is why I made the indigenous leaves tea to help overall boosting of the immunity. So always remember the overall boosting of the immunity for a man. Men will tell you insomnia really affects them at 40 when they are trying to figure out why I didn't do this. So what do? You sort out those, forgive yourself, accept the mistakes that you did, and say, you know what, God, I'm gonna live a better life now after 40. Because the problem with midlife crisis is when you are not at peace with it, you will try to live. Have you ever met men who are trying to be young boys?
Yeah.
And they are old,
Yeah.
because he's trying to live, to go back, but
Yeah.
no. But I've also seen wonderful men who, after they hit 40, they said, you know what, I'm gonna rectify everything I did, and they live better. They become better fathers, better the better grandfathers, better men,
fathers,
yes,
better husbands.
Exactly. And they actually, you can tell this man really changed. So for the mental health, for the spiritual, also this is when most men will go back looking for God. That is when they become church leaders. They become, I don't know what. It's very important for you to be at peace with your spirituality. Women, 40 to 50, menopause for some women. Most women, it starts winking at you. Where do we need to replenish? The first thing I have learned the hard way is we need to replenish our magnesium every so often. We need to rest. I've spoken about rest and how it affects you. I've spoken about times when now menopause, there's a chapter for menopause in my book. Whenever I don't sleep well, I get belly fat, I get my face flares. There's consequences of not sleeping well. So this is when, as a woman, you will look for sleep. But there's a woman who will ask me, but now I'm menopausal and I have insomnia, I have no sleep. So what do? The bathtub I was talking about, the soaking of the feet in Epsom salt, relaxing, going to the spa every once in a while, loving yourself, chamomile tea when it's in original state, it is perfect for you. Rosemary helps you calm down. Hibiscus helps you calm down. Cocoa powder is amazing, but the original cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate can also help you relax and be able to find sleep. Invest in your bedroom, as we spoke about when we were starting the show. So if you have...
Empty your thoughts.
Empty your thoughts.
Forgive yourself.
Exactly. Then have the bedding spray. Invest in essential oils and make sure your bedroom smells really nice so that you can be able to sleep well. The light, the kind of light you have in your bedroom can also affect your sleep.
Yes.
So when we are saying, I don't have enough sleep, let's stop seeing the what medication can I take? And we don't want the responsibility of making our bedroom look better. We don't want the responsibility of 30 minutes away from the screen before bed.
Yeah.
We don't want, because tuko kwa simu tu hivi.
And there's like a sleeping pill ready to sort
now
me
imagine
out.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing the sleeping pill, but doing all these other things. Menopausal woman, you need calcium, of course. This is when the bones will start,
Yes.
This is when the teeth will start cracking. This is when the nails will start chipping, the hair starts falling. This is menopause for me. I think it's that time when your body remembers everything you denied it, and it reminds you. Calcium is also very important. Sodium in good amounts, because also sodium, when it goes high, is a problem. Yeah. Sodium, potassium. Raw bananas. I tell a woman who is struggling with high blood pressure, you can take raw banana, clean them, boil them. You can drink that water. You can eat the banana inside there. It has potassium, high potassium. The banana, the leaves, not the leaf, that thing, that purple thing, where the babies of the banana come from.
Oh, the kinini.
The one that looks like your dress.
Oh God.
It's blackcurrant. It's a healthy.
Oh boy, that one.
The kiongoro. It's because I didn't want to say it in Kikuyu.
No, it's good.
I don't know what it's called, but it's also rich in potassium.
You eat that?
Yes, it's a vegetable. It is a yummy vegetable. It's a yummy vegetable. So that's for potassium. For sodium, of course, we get it from the pink Himalayan salt, from the sea salt, Celtic salt. Let's step away a bit from the table salt. Step away, because it's highly iodized with sodium. Thyroid issues affect most people at between 30 and 40. And I have an analogy as Caro that you maybe could be wrong, but I have seen it with my clients. I'll just mention it, and then someone will go and think about it. This is Caro. That most of the hypothyroidism, people suffering from hypothyroidism, are people who have kept things inside themselves and they are choking them here. The same thing as hyperthyroidism. So be careful if you keep putting things inside you. The same thing as gastritis, the same thing as ulcers, is the things that you put inside you and you don't want to solve them, and you keep quiet and you keep quiet and you keep quiet, and then one day it becomes as a wound. So be careful what you put inside you. Be careful. It's very important to speak. And I tell you, if you don't know, in psychology, they tell you can do empty chair therapy. You can go talk to the trees, go talk to the stone, go talk to the river, if you really, really can't tell someone what you're struggling with, because this is causing 30s and 40s to have a lot of thyroid issues. And the thyroid is the one that works on your metabolism, on your body systems. So it is also very confused. What else affects women? Of course, the libido. Sometimes it can go very low or it can go very high. So remember, as a woman, if it's too high, it's not a young boy you need.
And it's not
sometimes it's not even sex you
sex
need.
toy.
Sometimes you need the emotional attachment. Sometimes you need to stop feeling alone. And sometimes maybe you just need cuddling, you just need hug, you need estrogen. Why do most women are affected during menopause? Because the estrogen levels are low, so they're becoming more men than women. So they feel so frustrated. Then they go look for sex, and then they still feel frustrated. You get a sex toy, you still get frustrated. But the estrogenic tank, only you can fill it. You can fill it with, yes, the physical things that can fill that tank is the hibiscus, estrogen, boiled egg, cocoa powder, dark chocolate. Yes, those ones are the physical. But the other ones are the ones we're talking about. Go to the spa, gift yourself, accept love, go meet your girls, rest, watch a nice movie and cry, because now that is when the estrogenic is going down. So sometimes it's not sex that you need. Men suffer with low libido around that time, and then they ask, can I go back to the way I was when I was 27? It's not possible.
Yeah.
It will never be possible. Again, sometimes I think in Kikuyu, and I don't know, I'm a village girl. Ithuri, ihenya ria muthuri ni kwegea. Ihenya ria muthuri ni kwegea. Like a man doesn't run, but ataenda pole pole. They'll walk slowly.
Oh, like when you think a man is running, that's not running. It's
yes,
actually
when
just,
you're a man, you can't even be able to run.
Yeah.
But then when you do it, it's the same thing. I know this show has nothing to do with sex, but a man, when you have sex with a mature man, don't ask me how I know. Okay, I might not. That message.
No, Carol, go on. It's already out. Go on. Finish what you started.
From the experience of my clients.
Yeah. Wait, what? We listen.
But we don't judge.
So when you have sex
with a mature man,
yes,
an older man,
yes,
he'll not be able to do the pa
yeah,
the way these young ones would do. But the young one will pa, but he'll not be emotive. He'll not be so like, an older man. Girls with daddy issues go for older men thinking it's sex they need, but it's that slow, nice, emotional thing that they need. So the older man might not pa,
yeah,
but
he's holding you
yes,
right.
He's treating you like a baby girl. He's
connecting with you. Okay.
Yes. It is very important to acknowledge some of your mistakes. When I was healing my daddy issues and I thought I needed a man, I dated a man who was 13 years older than me. And I'll tell you for free, he can treat you like a baby girl, a girl toto. Yeah. But it's the most frustrating place to be with. So stop looking for those older men. Instead, heal your daddy issues.
I appreciate
and
that.
Yes. So I was saying the ihenya ria muthuri ti kwegea is, I was talking about the men who are now going to look for the sex boosters and dying in the process because they wanted to behave the way they behaved when they were 27. When you are 40, when you are 50, when you are 60, it can never be the same. However, you are now gifted with experience. You're gifted with more understanding. You are more wise. You are able to go slowly. So appreciate the slowness because it comes with wisdom. It comes with experience. It comes with all these things. Stop chasing that because that was the body energy doing that. This one, stop using the body energy and use that which that you have. Yeah. Beautiful. That way you'll stop going to look for those pills that you take. Yes.
And you'll be okay.
And it still applies to the same women. To the women, I've seen some sexologists say that sex gets better for a woman after 40. Yes.
Good. I think a conversation on menopause and premenopause is also something that we can have as a standalone conversation. I've seen actually a couple of our audience recommending that because I feel like I think last time we discussed on foods that you can eat during that particular period,
but we did also talk about the raw things that happen to you.
Let's go deeper maybe, and if you guys you have questions along that line, let me know on the comment section so that we can be able to combine that on our next episode.
So 50 and 60 is just living and cool. This is when you go to golf clubs and you find beautiful, nice young mamas. They tell you they're 50. You're like,
oh my God, what do you mean you're 50?
This is when you go to you meet a 50 mom and like, whoa, you are so like. Then these handsome men at 55, 56,
like Tiger Woods,
smelling nice there. Those ones
smelling kombucha.
So 50 and 60 is just
live life. These are your years of rest.
Exactly.
And you also harvesting what you planted. So if you don't work,
it's the year of harvesting.
It's the year of harvesting. So if you don't work on yourself, when you are in your 30s and your 40s.
40s is finishing up. 50s
you leave
This
now.
is when you see your grandchildren, God willing. This is when you travel. This is when you do these things and you are less stressed.
With peace of mind. With a lot of peace.
Exactly. So a lot of our work is in our 30s
and our 40s.
Our 30s mostly, we need to heal the childhood.
Good.
If we don't, it will follow us for the next
And a lot
few
of
days.
positive talk
Yes.
as well.
And accept yourself the way you are.
Yeah.
Someone read this book and asked me, Carol, how bold can you be to even talk about some of there's a chapter called the thorn in my flesh. And I've shared several thorns that are very bold. How, yes, I have struggled with alcohol. Yes, I have struggled. When I'm talking about masturbation, I've struggled through
know
it.
it deep down. Yeah.
Pornography, I have struggled through it. And it is important to own those thorns so that you can know where they ache at 30 and 40.
And start your healing
So me, I'm
journey.
ready for 40.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I don't know whether you guys are ready for my 40.
No, we are ready. What do you mean? You see, we've been growing with you. Like,
serious.
I've seen your sister locks come
You
to
know?
life. You know, I've seen you have seen my conscious rage come to life. I've seen so many things. Like, we are growing together in this journey, you know. But talking, if we can briefly maybe touch on the book, because I love it. I knew obviously it was going to be green. I knew you are a green girl, so I wasn't expecting anything different. I recruited from the pits, and I love that the way you've said you've been very vulnerable. You know, you have the thorn in the flesh, ice breaking story, training ground. Solitude does not make any logical sense because again, some people might not even understand your years of solitude. They don't even know what that is. But Lord, who am I going to tell them I am not qualified? Imposter syndrome. Because why are you telling us? Why are you also
like
accepting?
You've read that book.
Yeah, why are you accepting compliments? Like, why do you have to accept these flowers? You get what I'm saying?
Do I even deserve
Do I even deserve
Am I even
it?
worth it?
Am I worth it?
I'll tell you, since I came to LNN, of course, now my face is known. Guy. Even yesterday I was somewhere and I was in a cap and I was in glasses and she's like, I know you, I watch you on Lynn Ngugi. I'm like, oh my God. I appreciate. But the attention came.
Yes.
And I was feeling unworthy. I was feeling, you guys. International Women's Day this last Saturday, I hosted the senior citizen.
Beautiful.
They came to Healing Rain. They were full. And I was like, they left their schedule for me. Kwani, who am I? And the whole time, the voice that keeps coming is, you don't even deserve it. But then I've learned to face that.
Beautiful.
And tell her, no.
Good.
I have paid the price. I have been called, and that is actually the summary of the book. I am qualified.
We are learning.
Yes.
Now you are unlearning.
Yes.
You are relearning.
Yes.
Which is really beautiful.
Yes. Previously, I could not even read the comments from people, but these days, and I'll tell you, I'm qualified where I am sharing my experience. So that the book is literally the very vulnerable parts of me.
Beautiful.
To inspire before I expire. Good. That's my mantra.
Where can people find it?
This book, it's available in all my stores. It was launched on Saturday. That's why I'm like, all my stores. Worries. But then also, if you call the number or go to the website, you can order it. It's at 2,000 shillings. Yes. And we are sending it to the US and the UK. We will tell you where exactly. Good, but you can just our normal number, 07, it's not 0, plus 254 711 621563 plus 254 711 621563 or www.rnb.co.ke. Just drop a text or an email and they will tell you which is the store next to you, or we can deliver.
Good. Yes, I love. Please remember to stock it at our favorite bookstore, Nuria.
You know, I usually go to buy those books because of you.
Yeah.
I actually need to.
Yeah, there's no, honestly, I don't think, and I keep telling my audience this is not an ad, but I don't think there's a bookstore that supports.
They are so friendly.
They are so friendly.
Sometimes they even bring it down for you from upstairs.
Good. I see you buy because because it's up there. And I love the expansion. Yes, I love that they're expanding. Yes. I love Nuria. I love that they support local authors. So if you can stock it there, kindly please try and stock it at Nuria. Okay. Carol, me and you can go on and on and on. Man, you see today I tried very na glow.
By the way, you are.
The jokes.
Be serious.
I was trying to match your dress. I was trying to.
We are like, we already.
What's the effect of this?
By the way, this
what's the effect of
my ginger shots, women are telling me they are getting honey. I don't know why.
They are getting what? I promise. But I is where I can feel a change in my body.
Yeah, and
So
the
let me
sweat
wind
and the you know.
No, me, I don't
Very
know
nice.
what you're talking about. Speak for thyself. But me and you can go on and on and on. I appreciate you. I look forward to what we have lined up for this year. So what do you think we can tackle, or should it be a surprise to our audience?
Anything, and they can also tell us what they
would want us to talk about. Cindy, I know it's going to be a beautiful year of them learning.
Yes.
I learn every day, so let me not say them, us learning and learning and relearning. And your hair is beautiful. I can't wait to see the sister
grown
locks.
finally. Yeah. Oh my God! I use a lot of rose water and yes,
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you've already shared your number with us, but could you also share with us maybe your social handles and any other parting shot you have for our audience before we wind up?
Okay, amazing. Thank you very much for being here, sitting with us, having this chat, for the love and all these things. Thank you for every support that you've given us. On my social media, I am Caro, your health coach on Facebook. I'm Caro, your health coach on Instagram. I am Caro, your health coach _Ke on TikTok. I am on YouTube as Caro, your health coach, and you can reach me on any of those platforms. My head office is in Thika Town, Section 9, Magoko Road, just before Chania Tourist Lodge. I work with a company called Rejuvenating Nature's Beam. It's my company. I run an institute called Institute of Functional and Naturopathic Health Practice. I run a non-profit called Health Sister Foundation, and I run R&B Logistics. All those things I work. The head office is in Thika, then the institute is virtual, then I have different stores everywhere in Kenya. And April, I know I'm coming to Mombasa, Kenya. I have a breakfast event on 12th in Nyali. So karibu sana as we do the breakfast. And I finally got to Eldoret, by the way, beginning of this year. So I'm now in Eldoret and so many different towns. The love that you've shared, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am a naturopathic health coach who believes that we should get healthy and we should stay healthy and then live happily. Remember the primary foods, even if you forget anything else, the primary foods. Go to our website, you will see some of the foods that we have harvested for you. Oh, I also have a farm tour. I have a farm tour on 28th. I do take people to the farm tours. And thanks to our friend Salimo, yani that girl, bless her. So I do farm tours, and 28th of March, I'll be hosting a farm tour in my farm in Gatondo, my mother's farm. And we teach people how to see these foods, prepare them, eat them. We enjoy the time in the farms.
I love that.
Yes. And
go you. I know EJ has a question. EJ, you have a question before we wind up? Okay, EJ is asking because I gotta repeat it because of the mic. Ashwagandha.
Yes, people call it ashwagandha.
Yeah, ashwagandha. He's asking, does it make you, there are people who have said like it gives you like a don't care attitude when you take it. So maybe is that true? Or
especially Gen
EJ, that's good.
Especially Gen Zs, they've told me, there's one girl who told me if you have a heartbreak you take ashwagandha, it makes you don't care, that whatever he's talking about. So I thought it was a joke, but now I'm hearing it from so many people. What ashwagandha does, it will help you calm down. That's how I actually use it in helping with mental health issues. It helps you calm down, helps you manage the that even the thought process, like when you are all over, you calm down. So maybe some people are overusing it. I don't know. I've not interacted one-on-one with someone who is in that don't care state. But the younger people are telling me that when you take ashwagandha, if someone can say that if you have a heartbreak, take ashwagandha, that it means then there's something. So allow me to do more research and also meet people. If someone has an experience, please share with us. Because I use it mostly with menopausal women. I'll also help the mental health issues and also men who are working and struggling with low libido. But for the younger people, I think it's an assignment I've been given that I'll deal with the younger. Maybe the younger people are more energetic, but I'll do the research.
Yes.
I know it might,
but that's a
good one.
That's a good one. Maybe we can start with it on our next episode. An answer to that question. Why am I hot, guys?
Is my ginger shorts.
Guys, I'm out of this
It works.
place.
It
Yeah,
works.
it works. I just don't know which hotness this is. But guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. You know, every time Carol comes here, it's not a normal episode. Yeah, if you are regular, then you know we must laugh in between. There are more things, there are sweet things in between. But how about you tell me what your take home is from today's conversation? A lot of learning and relearning. I hope we can have a lot of conversations for people who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, because I feel like we need to definitely, you know, blast that information out there. We have to put it out there, and that's one of the things I love when I have a conversation.
And they should watch more of your shows.
They should watch, because guys, we've done a lot of shows with Carol, honestly, and not just with Carol, with other people
who are giving good information.
Yeah, who understand different different topics. So feel free, guys, go to our library. I think at this point I'll just have a playlist for different things so that you know where to go and find something. But I've had a lot of fun today. Remember also the product, as she did talk about, we are talking about the cocoa, we are talking about the seeds, we are talking about the Epsom salt, we are talking about all these chocolates. Remember, she has that, the scents, she has that, so you can check her out. The numbers are on the screen, and also their website is full of these details. Well, at it, let me know what you would love to see on our next episode together. I think we are gonna do 10 more episodes this year, God willing, so I want to make sure that we are curating those in ways that are going to benefit you as well. So let me know in the comment section what else can we be able to tackle with our resident health coach, Harper Caro. And also, she did mention someone that I truly admire, that is Maureen Mine. If you are going through anything and you want to talk to a life coach, I really vouch for Maureen Mine. This is not an ad, but also the response I've received from some of you guys who have seen her is incredible. She talked about the farm tour with Salimo. Guys, you can also check Salimo out. She's doing a lot of those also on her social media. Go and support a girl. And while you are at it, why don't you check out our new partners on the platform? That is Golden Dreams Lands and Properties Limited. They have really come through, and I loved last week that I went to majority of their properties. You should have seen your girl in Malindi rocking it with sunglasses while I was watching Muga sweat on the other side. I was like, Muga kuja Malindi, you know. Me, I was rocking it in Malindi, and we went around their properties. And the best thing for me about the property in Malindi is that for 130K, that's 130 shillings, you know, you can be able 130, not 130 shillings. Najua skola amesha panga zake 10 hapo tuende shamba, but 130K, you can be able to get yourself a 50 by 100. And also I identified, it's not just you getting a plot, it's you getting a plot that you can invest in commercial activities. We have a lot of good things going on in Malindi. You can put some cottages there. We also saw castor seed. Castor seed is also doing really well. Maize is also doing well. Watermelon is doing well in Malindi. So you might want to check them out just for a piece of land there. Napia, they have discounts for you. Call them. Their number is here. Ask them everything. And it's not just Malindi. Go to Makutano, guys. They just launched a new project there, which is incredible. Matu, they have a land touching the Tamik. Masinga, I haven't been there, but I'm going to be there soon because I want to make sure that I visit all their properties so that you guys can see I'm doing the work. But remember also, land is sensitive. Do your own due diligence as well. I love them because they've said title deed is their DNA. They won't go around telling you title deed this and that. It's there. Price ya kwenda kuona shamba Malindi, it is included in that 130K. They get you a flight, a return flight, no matter where you are in Kenya, so that you can be able to go and see the property for yourself. And also our other partners, Kings Developers Limited. It's been amazing going through this journey with you. Today I want to talk to you about their property, Vintage. It is a beautiful, beautiful property. And also what I love about Vintage is you can also use it. You can get one and use it as an Airbnb or just whatever, for whatever reasons you want. But remember as well, they don't only have Vintage, they have other apartments for you, and their number is also on the screen. Well, at it, if there is anything you don't want to share on the comment section in regards to any of our sponsors, manners, our conversations, our behavior, well, on set. Sometimes we might be laughing here, na kuna mtu anasema, Lynn, tengeneza nguo, please. Better tell me. My email is info@lnn.digital. Sawa sawa. We are going to have a lot of beautiful conversations together. We are going to have a lot of geopolitics conversations as well. We are going to have a lot of African-related conversations as well. And remember, you can also be a guest on the platform. Tell us what you're good at. It maybe like DJ who we just aired, we can be able to put you on the set so that you can give us that insight. My name is Lynn Ngugi. I'm in Konanguvu. I say, see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. or 7 p.m. I'm out in Nguvu. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Told you so.
I told you.
Golden Dreams Land and Properties Limited, the leading real estate company in title deed issuance, welcomes you to Joy Gardens, Masinga. Just 10 minutes drive from Masinga town. Secure a 50 by 100 plot for only 230,000 cash price. In Success Gardens Makutano Phase 3, 50 by 100 plots are available for 750,000 cash price. All plots are close to social amenities with 98% neighborhood development, and prices are inclusive of title deed. Book your site visit now by calling 0726 004455 or 0718 004455. Golden Dreams Land and Properties Limited. Title deed is our DNA.